everybody, welcome to West Virginia. My name is Cheryl and this is my channel, Tranquil Stitches. Today is Tuesday, April 16th, 2019, and this is my FlossTube episode number 53. I'm excited to be heading into my second year of FlossTube, and I'm excited to have you along with me for this journey. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Let's get started with year two. First thing I want to do is wish my eldest son a happy birthday. He recently had a birthday. He turned 33, and I'm not really sure how that happened because I did the math and I'm only 30. So, I don't know. But he was telling me that he and his girlfriend went for a couples massage and that I should do it. And I was like, no, no. But he had a good day. So, I would like to say happy birthday in case he's watching. So our internet's been down a couple days. We've had some really high winds over the weekend, and we didn't have any internet Sunday. And we had my niece and her family up for dinner Sunday. And after they left, I realized that I hadn't posted my second homework assignment, and Sunday's the deadline. So I was it was touch and go there for a little while because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get credit for it or not again this week. So, but it did come back on. I guess it was a little after 11 on Sunday night, so I did get it posted. So, but yeah, the winds just tore something up apparently. And then we got up Monday morning and it was off again. And I thought, well, they just didn't want to pay anybody overtime to actually fix the problem, so they just patched it yesterday because, you know, weekend and overtime. But no, it was a totally separate issue. A tree fell on it the second time. So the winds were just really bad, you know. Rural living, you gotta love it. One pipe in and one pipe out, and that's But speaking of rural living, let me tell you what happened. Story time. So I was mopping the floors Sunday afternoon, and I heard a big commotion out in the backyard. So I walked into the den and was looking out the window, and y'all aren't gonna believe me. Y'all aren't gonna believe me what I saw out that window. Then the wind had picked up my neighbor's trampoline and hurled it at my house. I'm not kidding you. I looked outside and saw a trampoline coming straight for my face. Y'all, let me show you. Only me, you know, only me. The wind had picked it up. It cleared his fence. It hit my fence, bent my fence completely in. Well, it snapped the rail. I've got a chain link fence and it snapped the rail. It was coming towards my house. It caught the corner of my porch, thankfully, because otherwise it would have went right through the window. It caught the corner of my porch, rolled and hit the side of my house and tore my vinyl siding, rolled and landed on my other fence and bent it down. My husband wasn't home. I was like, what am I going to do with this big trampoline? Because the wind was still blowing and it was rocking on that fence. And I thought, well, if it can pick it up and throw it over two fences, then it can pick it up and put it in the road on somebody's vehicle. So I told the little girls next door were playing and they saw it happen. They come running over here. They thought it was hysterical. They thought, you know, oh, to be a kid again. You know, they thought it was the funniest thing they'd ever seen. So I told them, I said, go see if your daddy can come over and move this, you know, out of my yard. So they got 4 or 5 of the neighbor guys, and they came and they had to watch because there was power lines over top. You know, when they stood it up, it was hitting the power lines. So they had to maneuver it under the power lines and heave it back, and, you know, and throw it back over across the fence to the neighbor's yard. And the guy who owned the trampoline wasn't home either. So later on, he came home and my husband, they had a discussion. He's going to fix the fence for us because, you know, apparently this is the second time it's happened. This is the second time he's had a rogue trampoline incident, because the first time it came over and hit when my grandmother lived here. I didn't know this, but it came over the fence and hit and dented the vinyl siding on the other side of the porch. So this is the second time we've been accosted by his trampoline. So he's going to fix the fence, and the trampoline's just warped and all I don't even think they're going to be able to salvage it this time, because it's really warped and out of shape now. So hopefully they'll just do away with it, because that's a little unnerving, being outside and not knowing if you're going to hit upside the head with the trampoline. You know? So that's my adventures for the week. Fun stuff, only here, only me. You know, that's just what happens. So anyway, I got a favorite find I want to share with you. I got a favorite find, grammar. I found these at Goodwill, and I love them. Look at this. They're wood, just made out of a solid piece of wood, and I've got a male and a female. Look at there. Now I know they're dated. They're like so screaming early 90s. I know that, but I love them. I'm thinking about leaving him the way he is, because I love the patina. I love the way, you know, I'll just clean him up a little bit and see if I can brighten up the white just a little bit. But her, I'm not feeling the whole color scheme here. And apparently she had at one time, she's got some glue residual right here. I'm assuming there were some flowers there. The bow's seen better days. But what I'm thinking about doing is just dry brushing some white chalk paint on the pink and letting some of the pink come through and seeing what happens with her. But they both got hangers on them, so I'm not sure if I'll hang them up or if I'll just set them, you know, set them up in next to the wall or what. But I just really like them. And, you know, it was a good deal, and I thought they're really odd, you know, that you just don't see these everywhere. So, but they're solid wood. So, I love those. If you know anything about these, let me know. Tell me what I've got if you know anything about them. So, that's my favorite find I wanted to share with you. And I also have a previous finish. I showed this in my early FlossTube last year around Easter, but I wanted to show it to you again because it's a freebie that you can get online. It's Elisa Tortelli. I don't know, I'll link it below. But you can find the chart online, and it's called Rabbit Egg. And I just used some different weeks. I remember it was weeks, but there's little pink flowers and little carrots and big fat bunny. But I love it. I did it on a 30 count guacamole, Week Styleworks linen. I did this years ago. Still haven't done anything with it. But I really like that. So I wanted to share it with you in case you like it and you want to stitch it. You could do any colors you wanted to do. So that's that. Okay, now I'm going to do something a little different this year in my FlossTube. And I have decided that I need to simplify this whole process for myself as much as I can. It's a lot for me to drag out everything, and you know, you ask any FlossTuber, it's involved getting ready for a video. So I'm going to try to make some things easier for myself, and one of those things that I'm going to make easier for myself is I'm going to start showing you pictures of what I'm stitching instead of holding up charts, because you get a better look at it, first of all. Second of all, I don't have to drag out the charts because I use working copies for the most part, and I have to bring out those charts every week because I don't work on the same thing every week, and I have to keep my charts with my whips, because if I have to refer to that in case the ink smeared on the copy or whatever, you know, so I have to drag them out every week. So I'm just going to start showing you pictures. I know a lot of FlossTubers do that. I'm just going to start showing you pictures of what I'm stitching instead of the actual chart, okay? So that just makes it easier for me, and I hope it's okay with you all. But so starting this week, that's what I'm going to do. So I have a finish that I want to share with you, and I know it's long anticipated, but I want to show you that I finished Blessings Be Thine. So here's the chart. And I got her done. I met my goal, and I got it finished in April. So it's Blackbird Designs. It's my own conversion. So there are my initials, and there's the year. So that's another Mania finish. I've only got 3 Mania starts from last year remaining. So I'm very, very happy with that. I just love it. I'm pretty sure this is Monaco that I coffee tea dyed. It feels like, I think it's Monaco. Even weave, but I really like it. So that's that. Okay, now homework last week. Last week's homework was 500 stitches in 2 projects that were vying for my attention. Blessings Be Thine was my first choice. My second choice was one of my other Mania starts for last year, because I was trying to get as many of those done or close to done as I could before this Mania starts. So I worked on my other one, Sleepy Hollow. I put 500 stitches in that as well. And let me show you the chart first. Okay, let me show you where I was last time you saw it. And here's my progress. I put the rest of the water in, and I got this tree in, and then I got these clouds, and that was a little over 500 stitches. So this center part is finished. It's finished. I just have the alphabet and the saying, and then the border. So I was very happy. Well, I said there's a little bit more cloud over here, but that's not going to take long. And I have to put the path in and put the horseman in too. So there's still a lot of work. I think I underestimated the work that was left on this one so that I could get it done. But I'm going to hit it hard and see how far I can get with it this month, the rest of the month. Okay, this week's homework. This week we have, we get to visit Hogsmeade, and apparently it's a little town that has all kinds of shops. And there are 10 shops that they've identified that we need to visit, and there are 3 options. We can either visit one shop and put 1,000 stitches in for 10 points, or we can visit all 10 shops and put 100 stitches in, all 10 projects. Or we can stay at Hogwarts and stitch 1,500 stitches for staying behind and for 10 points. So the problem is you have to tie in your WIP to the shop that you visit. You have to tell a little story as to why you went to the shop, what you picked up at the shop, justify your visit to the shop. Well, I was making it making it a lot harder than what it needed to be. I was taking it way too literally. And I was planning on just stitching the 1,000 stitches in one shop, instead of trying to come up with stories relating to Harry Potter, which I don't know anything about. And, you know, that was going to be a little hard. But turns out it's not that hard. It's not overthinking, because there's a candy shop. So you can take, for instance, I know that Garrett Coffee Stitcher is stitching something with an apple tree, and there are apple rings in the candy shop. It's just, you know, if you can tie it in that way and tell a little story, that's all they're expecting. So I can do this. I can do this. So I'm going to do all 10 shops. I've got 4 of them done already. It's only Tuesday, and I've got 4 of them done already. So I wanted to just show you those and show you my progress on those. Now, the first one is Dervish and Bangs, and it's a magical equipment and repair shop. So what I chose for that one was another Mania start for last year, Hocus Pocus. That's by Queen Bee Designs, and that was given to me by my BFF with all of the DMC to stitch it with. So I've got her. Let me show you where I was last time you saw it, which was last year, right after I started it. I haven't touched it since. So that's where I was. And then after my 102 stitches, here's where I am now. So my story for this one was that this little witch is my friend, and she's trying to turn that pumpkin into a coach and is having difficulty because her wand is malfunctioning. So she's my friend, so I'm going to take her wand to Dervish and Bangs, and I'm going to get her wand fixed for her. So I took it to the shop and left it, and they're working on it, and apparently it's a spark plug issue. So they'll get that fixed right up for her. My second choice was Glad Rags Wizard Wear. I chose Oz by Ori TM. And the witch, this shop sells socks because Harry apparently bought socks for Dolby. Is that his name? Dobie? At that shop. So what I did was I went and looked at YouTube videos of the scenes in the shops and looked at the scene, looked at the shop and what was in the shop and tried to tie it into what I had. That's what I did. So I read that Harry bought socks at this shop. So I thought, well, my witch on Oz has socks on. And what had happened was I was trying on them cheap ruby slippers, knockoffs, and I run my sock. I put a run in it, and now my toe's sticking out. So I need new socks. And while I'm there, I might as well pick up some of those little hats for those flying monkeys, right? So let me show you where I was. And after 147 stitches, because I wanted to finish the poppies, so I put the other two poppies in. There's more stitches. There's 46 in just the red and one poppy. And there's 9 in the black and 14. I know this because I stitched it how many times. But so there's quite a few stitches. There's like over 70 stitches in one little poppy. So that's where I am on that. She's sporting her new socks that we got at Glad Rags. My next one is Madame Puttyfoot's Tea Room. Apparently, it's the place to be for couples. It's the place to be because the tables are seated for 2, and Harry took Cho there for, I think her name's Cho, for Valentine's Day, and there were little cupids flying around and sprinkling little hearts everywhere, and it's just a frilly little place to take your girlfriend for a nice lunch. So what I chose to do was Bunnies and Tulips by Abby Rose. And look at those pretty flowers. Look at that pink. Look at that blue. So I decided that this is what would be in Madame Puttyfoot's Tea Room. The pretty flowers and tulips. Tulips. Yeah, okay, I did it. So let me show you where I was. This is also my daily 30 stitch. And this is where I am now. 105 stitches into this one for the homework. So not much of that left. I love it. It's so pretty. So that's that one. And then my last whip, Shrieking Shack. So Harry and Hermione are out walking around, and they see this big tree, and they see Ron sitting under the tree. Well, this tree pulls the Wizard of Oz and comes to life and grabs Ron and jerks him into the trunk of the hollow trunk of the tree, and he's screaming and hollering. So Harry and Hermione run to help him, and the tree's fighting them. It slings them and throws them around, and finally it grabs Hermione and flops her around in the air, and she grabs Harry on one of the pass-bys, and the two of them are then thrown into the passage under the tree. So they follow the passage, and it leads them to the Shrieking Shack. through Shrieking Shack. Shrieking Shack, which is an old dilapidated building apparently. So we needed to stitch on something that represented the Shrieking Shack. So what I did was I said, hollow trees and squawking birds, branches that twist and bend, away we ride to the Shrieking Shack to try to rescue our friend. So I made up a poem. So I'm stitching Away We Ride for this one. I started this last year in the fall for a stitch along. And this is where I was the last time you saw it, right after my retreat in October of last year. And I put in 104 stitches on this Shrieking Shack for the assignment. I got this window done all around through here. This is a 32 count piece of, picture this plus doubloon, which I love it. Gorgeous linen, gorgeous. So that's my progress on Away We Ride. So I've touched quite a few whips this week. So I've still got 6 assignments to do, and it's 100 stitches each, which I can do 2 or 3 a night. It's not hard. So I'm excited about this week's homework, making them fit and coming up with something. So it's a lot of fun. So that's my whips for the week. Thank you for humoring me and looking at them. Okay. Bingo. Let's draw 3 bingo words. So we've got, the first word for the week is number 36, stash acquisition. Stash acquisitions. The second word for the week is number 4, retreat. Number 4, retreat. These are all FlossTube words. And the third one for the week is number 34, focus. Focus. Number 34, focus. Number 4, retreat. And number 36, stash acquisitions. That's the words for the week. Good luck, everybody. Okay. Now, I have a real quick cottage needle update. Have you all seen Queen of the May? Have you seen her yet? Nicola released her early because apparently something leaked from market or something. I don't know what the deal was, but she's been released early. Let me show her to you. Isn't she gorgeous? Lucy Navier, 1818. Lucy Navier, 1818. She's absolutely gorgeous. I got to see the model in person. Gorgeous. I'm not stitching her. That tree is all French knots and bullion stitches. Yeah, you can stitch it. You know, I'm sure you can stitch it. But there's a 60-page book. The chart is 60 pages, and it's got a lot of history. And she's going to be a collector. She's definitely going to be a collector. So if you are interested in her at all, you need to get her because there's only 1,500 copies. There are no more reprints. She's not reprinting it at all. So the shops that all 1,500 copies have been sold to shops, and that's it. So Rochelle at the Cottage Needle has her. If you're not, you know, if you want to go over and look at what she's got. Now Rochelle is also, just like with Elizabeth Weston, she's also doing a monthly silk pack for Lucy Napier. So if you're interested in getting the silks for her a little bit at a time, then Rochelle is the one to visit. So I will link below that link, and if you get her, let me know, because I would love to stitch her, but I'm going to go with Elizabeth. I think so. I've got Sarah Brazier. She was Queen of the May last year. I've got her as well. So I've got enough. But Lucy is a stunner. She is absolutely gorgeous. Knock your eyes out. Gorgeous. So fun stuff. Fun stuff. Okay, I have a some old business. I had to redraw for these, shut that up. I had to redraw for these 3 charts that I had given away, and I have not heard from the winner. So I redrew, and what the name that I drew was Cindy Cannon. Cindy Cannon. Cindy, what I need you to do is go back, I think it was video 46. I'm pretty sure it was 46 if you need further information about the charts. But there's Itty Bitty Forever and Ever from Twisted Thread. There is Heart and Hand, We Hope, and Heart and Hand 2000 Collector's Heart. So Cindy, I need you to email me and tell me where you would like one of these 3 charts sent to a friend, and then your address so that I can send the other 2 to you. Okay? So Cindy Cannon. Okay. I got a lovely gift this week. Actually, a couple weeks ago, I received a gift from someone, and I can't tell you anything about it because, right now anyway, because I just can't. But I just wanted to say thank you, and you know who you are. Thank you for the very generous and sweet gift. I got in the mail yesterday, out of the blue, little happy mail. I got this sweet card. This is from Lindsay. This is my friend Lindsay. Look how cute. She made this. Can you even with this little? She sent me a bag of Reese cup eggs, and those, they're open. There's only 2 missing. I've been good. There's only 2 missing. I gave my husband one, and I had one yesterday evening. So that was a moment we shared together. Thank you, Lindsay. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be good, and I'm doing really well. So that was definitely a treat, because there's not been any candy or any sweets in this house for weeks. so that was a nice little treat. And also included was this. I want y'all to look. Look at his sweet little face. And those little pads on his feet. Look. Look at his little bunny tail. This is the prettiest little thing I believe I've ever seen. Isn't that adorable? Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you. Cute. I can't even stand how cute he is. So cute. I have a few shout outs, just a couple. First of all, my friend Wendy. You know, I talk about Wendy all the time. She's my friend, Hoodlums times 4. She hasn't done a FlossTube for probably half a year. She had a bad experience, and she hasn't done one since. Well, she's got a new FlossTube, and I would like to invite you all to go and visit with her. She is wonderful. She is the sweetest gal. We got to hang out at the retreat together last October. She's a redhead just like my sister. She is so funny and so just fun to be with. She also does junk journals. She did her FlossTube, and then at the end, she's got a few of her journals that she shows you, and it's amazing what she does. It's amazing. Go visit with her. Now, I'm also mentioning this because Miss Wendy has started a sale. It's called Stitching It Old School, and she has invited everyone to pick a project from before the year 2000 to stitch, and use the hashtag Stitching It Old School Sal on Instagram, and stitch along with her. So I am definitely going to pick out something. I've already got New Year's sampler going, which that qualifies for that, but I don't know. I might start something else just for the Sal. So Stitching It Old School Sal, and if you want to join us, please come over and join in the fun on that Sal. I also watched Mel, Patchy Pony Stitcher. I'm doing a stitch along on Oz with her. she put up a new floss tube, and y'all got to see what she found in her backyard, in her yard. She shows pictures of her horses, and then she shows something else at the beginning of her video, which is amazing to me. It's amazing. Go watch and see what she shows. And the last one I want to mention is Cynthia Brew. She's new to me, and she has done videos to show her Stitch Mania and what she's planning to stitch. And she's going to be stitching some beautiful things, so I'm anxious to follow her progress on that. I will link her below. Her name is Cynthia Brew. She's a very sweet lady. Okay, no retail therapy this week, but I did want to show you a couple of these charts that my stitchy friend gave me. Remember, I was showing you every week a few things that she gave me. Well, this is Homespun Elegance, which I talked about last week. This is Witch's Stitch 2. So cute. That's Homespun Elegance. And then the second one she sent me is a Prairie Moon. She sent me a Prairie Moon, y'all. This one is You Forgot My Car Seat. Look at that cat. I love it. It's got purple and orange in the corners, and the rest of it's black. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Love it. Now, my plans, I'm going to finish my homework this week, and I am going to record a separate Stitch Mania video and put out there what I'm planning to do for Stitch Mania, so you'll either see that today or tomorrow at the latest. And I didn't want to tack it onto this one and make it even longer because I'm trying very hard to keep my videos shorter this year. So that's all I have for you this week. I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. I hope you're enjoying some beautiful weather and some wonderful stitching. And I wish you a very happy Easter if you celebrate Easter on Sunday. And until I see you again, happy stitching.